and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at a fish and a wish again. I've just finished doing a card that I'm uploading for next week, and this is another one. I try and do sort of a few at a time while I'm sort of in the mood, and this one I keep saying how I really like it. So we're going to do something with the pieces that were left over from my other cards. So I always ensure that I don't waste anything. So I was doing two mats in this lovely Tahitian Tide and in the Parakeet Party. And so I cut this out with the colour and contour dies. So this is the one. So this is from the colour and contour, and you cut these lovely little pieces out. So I thought I would use that. I'm using, obviously, to match it together, the Tahitian Tide as the background piece with a mat which is 1/4 inch smaller, and then this piece to go on here. Now, wherever you are, just cut and do your pieces the same. Now we're going to do a torn paper technique, and this I saw on, it's not my idea, I saw it on France Martin, Frenchie, who is an American demonstrator who has been around for, I think she was saying 20 odd years. So she's, you know, has wonderful ideas and things, and this is one of hers, and I thought I can do it with this. So you have to tear a piece across and then roll it up. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take it from, let's take it 2 hoops along like this, and then, or maybe 3 hoops. Let's have a look from the edge. 1, 2, that's better. So it's going to be counting the edge 1, 1, 2 in, and you're just going to then tear this up, and you can tear it up as far as you want it to go. So I think I probably want it to go to about there. And then we need to do the same again. So we've got that one, that one, that one. And because we want it the same way, I'm turning it over the other side. She did it the other way round, but I think for me, this works perfectly, because then I know that I'm going to get it straighter. So this is my twist on it. She tore it back the opposite direction, but for me, I find it easier to go one side in on the other. Okay, so that's going to go down to there. So you still have the same. She tore it back that way, but I find it easier to do it nearer to me. And then this piece we have to roll back. So what we need to do is we've got to take, let me find my bone folder, which is here. So what we need to do is we need to just make sure that we can just start to break the fibers down a little bit, because then it'll roll up on itself easier. And you can have it rolling in, or you can have it rolling out, I think. So then you need to take it from here, and we can start to just roll it back on itself. And of course, using Designer Series paper, it's got a different pattern on the other side, which is rather nice. So that's going to give that little piece a roll back like that. Okay. So we then need to put this on here like that. And what I want to do is I want to have this so I'm just going to try and roll it back just a little bit, and then have it so that it can sort of go think we'll play with that when we get it round there. Now what I need to do is I need to just stamp in on here. And what I wanted to do was to use my lovely fish again, but I want to use this image. So I want this, and it's going to come in like that. So will it fit in on that one? No, I need to get just a slightly bigger block in on here. I might do it with this long one actually, because then that'll work. So you can't see that because I'm just fiddling about in my box. So let's just put this in on here. Like that, and then we want it so that its tails that way, and we want it sort of that way. So I'm going to make sure that I've got this where I want it on the paper, and then I'm just going to very carefully just do a little mark, or a little dot, I think will probably work, just about there and just about there, because I don't want it to show. Don't know whether that's coming or not. I'm going to do it slightly the other way. Now, do I want it in a different colour? I want it in the same colour. I'm going to do it in the same colour, I think. Although it's not going to show very much if I do it in the same colour, is it? No. Probably a good idea to do it in a slightly different colour then. So what I want to do though is to have this coming in. There we go. So it's got to literally go just about there in the centre. So let's try and get it where we think it's going to go, like that. So we've got that bit on the fish there. Then I want to do some, let's take that one in. I'm going to do some other little bits in there as well. Just get my cloth to clean it with and dry it down. So that's our lovely little fish like that. And then I want to have some of these little pieces coming in underneath. So I really love this one. I've used it, as you know, quite a lot, but I love that sort of shape to it. So, and I don't know how much of this is going to show, but it doesn't really matter because it's literally just, most of it's going to be stuck down. So I'm just sort of taking some little pieces in on here, maybe a little bit like that. And then I just want to take the other one, which is these lovely sort of seaweedy, corally type things. And then we'll just have a little bit of that just coming maybe in like that. Like that. I don't know how much of this is going to show, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's just more to have just some coloured parts coming through that you can just see. So now let's take this and put it back. Move this out of the way. So we'll put this on here, that on there. Then we'll put our torn paper in like this. Oh, that hasn't worked that well because it's come outside. We don't want it to come outside, do we? Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Two sides to a piece of paper. I'm just going to turn it over and I'm just going to keep it really simple. And I'm just going to do the, where's my fish? Just going to do my fish, I think, just in on the centre and see how that looks, because the other bit, there was just too much in on there. Green, what have I done with it? Here it is. So let's try that again and just see. So we want it to be this way in, and we just want it to come in on the center. So I'm just going to do that like that and see how that works, I think. So what I need to do is, those pieces, I just need to very carefully make sure that it's not going to come up. It's my little dog making noises now. So I'm going to try it again, but I don't want it to come up too high. So I'm going to take it really... do I, don't I? No, I'm not. I'm not going to chance it, I don't think, because if I get it wrong, then we'll have done it wrong twice. So if I put that down in on here, that's going to come just in like that on a bit of torn paper with a little cameo in there. But what I do need to do is, I just need to, so what I'm going to do on here is I'm going to take it down to here like this. And then I'm going to take this and take this down to there like that. Okay, so I've got it in where I want it on here. I'm just going to go and strangle my little dog in a minute. It carries in right to there, and then I'm going to take, because I want to take the colours in on here, so it's taking a little bit of playing around, but as I say, I never ever practice anything for you. I always do it sort of straight away as it is, because then it gives you an idea. So we've got the green, so I'm going to take green and I'm going to take a little bit of the blue, I think. And then what I want to do is to just take a little bit of the blue round. Now I haven't added anything on here at all, so I'm just keeping it as it is. And I'm just going to take some of that over the top there, and then just some of this coming through on the side, so that it gives a little bit of a that's better. So you've got this little sort of cameo coming through. That's better. So then what we have to do is we need to take some wet glue, and we can take this make sure that we've got it right the way up in on here, so that these bits stick down nicely. And then we just need to try and get it so it's fairly straight in on there, like that. Okay, now we can take our paper like this and roll it. I want to try and roll it really tightly, so I'm just trying to, we've bent those fibres down and we've rolled it a few times, but I want it really quite tight. So I'm just going to roll it up. Like that. And then you've got that that's come up in on here. And then we can put this in on here. And then we can put a little sentiment just down here in on the bottom. So if I put we're going to have, I've got this one, that might be quite nice actually, in on here, and I'm going to put, what can we have in on here, a sea of thanks, I think, on this one. And do I do it in green or do I do it in black? I think I'll probably do it in black actually, because then it'll stand out a bit, won't it? So I did have a little tiny one, there it is. So let's put this on here, right way up. A sea of thanks, and we're just going to put it straight in on there. Let me just grab myself some memento. And then all I need to do is just put that up like that. Whoops, a sea of thanks. And then that can go. Just have a little bit of extra in there. Oh dear, she's off again. Right, and then we'll put that in, and I'm not going to put it with dimensionals, I'm just going to stick that straight in on here. Put this in like that. There you go. And you've got a very simple yet very effective little torn cameo. And you can do all sorts of things with it. You know, you can do all sorts of different scenes and things in there. I just thought I would do something with a fish and a wish. So thank you so much for watching me as always. Please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.